Hello friends. So last class we saw figures of thought, that is amplification, emulation and vivid visualization. Amplification we saw in great speeches of say Mark Antony and Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru. So you saw that amplification. Then for emulation we saw writing for the posterity. That's the important. Write for the future. What TSC says, the present should be directed by the past and past should alter the present should alter the past. That's the thing. Posterity we should judge. Vivid visualization is the ghost scene. The ghost, whether the ghost is there or not, we don't know, but you got the effect of the ghost appearing, isn't it? Yes. And now we come to the figures of speech. About figures of speech, Longinus says that don't use it for the sake of using it. They should not protrude from the main part of the story or the poem, whatever you are doing, right? Your speech. Like the blazing sun. When the blazing sun appears, all the dim lights fade away. Like that. In the pervading splendor of the sublime, these things should simply fade away. In other words, the reader should not be conscious of it. The reader should not become conscious of this. Or that, this is that. No, but there should be a merging effect. These things should merge. They should not be outstanding, so to say. That's the thing. Understand that? So, figures of speech you use not for the sake of doing that, but for what we call that sublime feeling, that sublimity, to achieve the sublimity. You understand that? These are only instruments. Instruments should not become the thing itself. What are we trying to attempt is sublime. So these things should just really help you. That's what this is. Understand? Suppose there's a meeting and there's bouquet. The bouquet should not be the main attraction, but the chief guest should be the main attraction. Like that, here the chief guest is the sublime. Bouquet, they are only embellishments, ornaments. So they should be submerged, this is not protruding. So the figures of speech, he says, first one is he speaks about anaphora. Anaphora means repetition of a group of words, a word or a group of words. The beginning of two or more sentences or clauses. Like Charles Dickens' opening of A Tale of Two Cities, It was the best of times, it was the worst of times. It was the age of wisdom, it was the age of foolishness. Understand? Or you can see sometimes, if only, you start a sentence like this. If only Shylock had not given the money to Antonio. If only Antonio had not asked for the money. If only Bassanio had not persuaded Antonio to ask for the money. This tragedy would not have taken. So if only. That is anaphora means. Understand? It's a very powerful device for in the hands of rhetoricians. They are repeatedly saying like this. And the second is polypopton. Polypopton. The plural is polypopta. Repetition of a word in a different form. That's the thing. See, these are now my heart's heart, my friend's friend, my liver's liver, my sweetheart's sweetheart. My love is like a red rose, sunburn. That's the repetition of words. Or is it? Sometimes it can be same form but different intonation. In Hamlet you find Polonius asks a question to Hamlet. What do you read, my lord? Hamlet says, words, words, words. That is polypopton. Now next is periphrasis. Periphrasis is roundabout way of saying, not straight. Like a banana, elongated yellow fruit. Elongated yellow fruit. The author of the Beowulf says the sea is a whale rod, W-H-A-L-E, whale rod. The sea is a whale rod. A bathroom is a little girl's room. A little girl's room. That is periphrasis. Roundabout way of saying, not straight away saying. Roundabout way. Understand? And then in Shakespeare, you say, shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Shall I compare thee to a summer's day? Instead of saying that you are very beautiful. Right? Now that one is, as we have seen, our fourth one is hyperbole. Hyperbole means exaggeration. Exaggeration is like, she is as skinny as a toothpick. My suitcase weighs 10 tons. Or sometimes you can say, you have heard people saying, he is so lazy that he has appointed a remote controller to operate his remote. Oh, what a lazy fellow he must be. A remote controller to operate his remote. So that is the fifth one is asyndeton. You can see here, sin means put together. A means no. Not putting together or what you call, there is no connectives, no links, omission of connectives, that's what it is. See, we can see sometimes great speakers say, we have provided you with clothes, with jobs, with homes, continuously. So there is no, break. The emotion is such, it's a rushing forth. It's rushing forth. So there's no time for, that is understood. There's no time for and. Listen. And say we have, or you can say, we met your friends, your foes, your neighbors, your parents. We get same opinion about it. Understand? Another sixth one is, what is going on? Hyperbata. That is inversion. Hyperbata. That is inversion. Rhyme royal. Instead of saying that royal rhyme, is a rhyme royal. In measure for measure, Aeschylus says so. Some rise by sin, some by virtue for. Some rise by sin, to be or not to be. Polonius, to Laertius, before his departure to Paris, says, neither be a borrower nor a lender be. That is temple. Understand? Hyperbata is tempest. Then you have got other figures of speech like questions, interrogatives. Questions. 7 yes. Interrogations. Now when you ask questions, what will happen is, asking question is a very powerful rhetorical device. There is a suddenness of feeling. What are the roots that touch, what branches grow out of this stony rubbish? In fact, for all these examples you will find in T.S. Eliot's The Wasteland. The Wasteland is a gold mine of these features. What are the roots that clutch? What branches grow under this stony rubbish? Son of man, you cannot say or guess, for you only know a heap of broken images. That is question and answer. In Mark Antony's speech, he says, when the poor had cried, Caesar had wept. And then the next one is a question. See this, ambition should be made of sternness stuff. So that is it. Always is like the question. There is a technique for public speaking, not a technique actually, a formula. You know what is that called? STAR technique. This is not my technique, but it is, I had a speaker telling to an audience, I was also in that audience at that time. STAR, it is an acronym. Acronym means you put initials together and make a word. Like WHO, WHO, UNESCO, like that. ILO, International Labour Organization, simple thing. So this is STAR. S stands for surprise the audience. T, tell a story. M, ask a question. R, relate it, means connect it to your life. You are supposed you are speaking about unemployment. They say, millions, do you know, millions and millions of young, educated graduates and postgraduates and technically qualified people, and even those who are qualified MD, ML, DM, etc., they are remaining unemployed. All the people, this is how you attract the attention of the people. Then tell a story about a poor boy who came up in life and then now he has become the collector or minister or something like that. And then you say, ask a question, what would you do if you were like this? It's a personal question. You can do all these things. And then for this, you connect it with your life. Relate, R-E-L-A-T. See, in my life, I was like this. See that? So this is how they do. In fact, great rhetoricians, they use all these techniques, all these figures of speech. Interrogations, I told you, interrogation. Then what happens is, there is, sometimes emotion is so rushing and torrent, irresistible torrent. Your feelings, they rush out in an irresistible torrent, flood, a river in flood. So what will you know? You will change. There will be change of tense. Present will become past, past will become present, present will become present continuous. Because we cannot resist it. Tense, then persons. First person will become second person will become third person. The doubling of negatives, negative will become positive, positive will become negative. Then comparisons and superlatives, degrees of comparison, most unkindest kind of word. Then sometimes you will get the foreign language, foreign expressions that you will find now. Foreign expressions or expression lines taken from foreign works. Like for example, Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So at that moment, that's all what Eliot could do, say only that much. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. So if you want to say person, change of person, subject, etc., tenses, again you will find it. You gave me hyacinths a year ago. They called me the hyacinth girl. Yet when we came back from the hyacinth garden, and then finally it says, looking into the heart of light, the silence. Past tense, now it comes to present continuous, looking into the, as I am looking into the. That is the full form. There you are. Change of tense. So what? Expression of emotion. Understand that? Change of person, protagonist. The narrator becomes the protagonist. The narrator becomes protagonist and protagonist becomes the narrator. Since this happens throughout the wasteland. So towards the end of the first section, you hypocrite like two. You hypocrite like two. My Sublime man. Who? He was talking all the time. And he was the protagonist. And now he turned around and said, you should listen. Perfectly alright in the hands of a great poet. Multitudinous seas incarnate. There is no other way out. That is obsessive, compulsive neurosis. You can say. See that? So you cannot help it. You have to say this. You understand that? There is no other way out. Yes. Then there is a dialogue in between. Dialogue can be used. Dialogue, these are all figures of speech. Dialogue. For example, we say, if you see dear Mrs. Secretary, tell her, I bring the horoscope myself. One must be so careful these days. Then, say, I had a bad cold, nevertheless, in Europe. Here, said she, is your car. Drowned Phoenician sailor. Suddenly there is a ship. Look, those are pearls that were his eyes. You will just look at it, wonderstruck and thunderstruck. Then you will say, what? How is it related? It is related in the mind of the poet. You have to probe into the mind of the poet. That is sublime. You go back to it again and again to find out what is after all this. The other day also I told you about this, isn't it? Yes. So there you are, then present, etc. I told you examples for all this. Present, past, present, singular, plural, singular. Double superlatives, double negatives. Very often we say, always, I think in another class also says, he never said. Joseph, about the night. Yes. Describing. So these are figures of speech. But a point you should understand once again. Figures of speech should not be used for the sake of using it. Some people, what happens, they want to show off their knowledge, their scholarship, to show that they are pandits. And they simply quote from this place, that place without any relevance. And the quotations do not merge with the overall scheme of the presentation. Yes, okay. Overall scheme of the presentation should get the upper hand. And what we should do is, what are the quotations, etc. They are important, but they should not get the upper hand. Like that, this is very important. What do you find here? 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 figures of speech. They are living, given in a cluster, you can see, if you count there will be 16. 16 of them you can say, they are used to achieve sublime. They are not sublime. In the pervading, once again I am quoting Longinus, in the pervading splendor of the sublime, these figures of speech should become, they will become dim. Like when the sun blazes forth, candlelights, stars, moon, they become dim. They fade out. Understand? So if you analyze, I think every student for postgraduation in India has to study the wasteland. Now look at the wasteland from this point of view. Sublime. Where can you find sublimity? How did the poet achieve that? Understand? Repetition of words, we have seen the opening lines of Hopkins, the Windhorn. I caught this morning's minion, double dawn drawn, falcon. What do you think? It attracts you? Yes. So that is figures of speech. So in the last class we had figures of thought. Today we have figures of speech. Together they take us to our destiny. I mean, destination, not destiny. Destination. What is the destination? Sublime. That mound of sublime where Zeus sits. Zeus, the god of gods of Greek mythology. He sits on the mound of sublime. These are the things that will lead you to the mound of sublime. Okay? Very good. So in the next class, we have 2 more points to cover. That is noble diction and dignity of composition. So altogether there are 5 points. That is, first 2 are inborn. you cannot acquire. Power of great conceptions and power of expressing vehement emotions. These are inborn. These are talents, vasana we say. Or they are genetically built in. You cannot acquire them. But the other three we can acquire by exposure, by reading, by writing, by discussing with people, by watching movies, or by searching different sites, and we can do that. But not the other two. And the three of these we have seen. First is the figures of thought and figures of speech. And the second one is noble diction. And the third is dignity of composition. Organic unity. There should not be what we call, here is one, no? Ascendant. They should not remain at the level of ascendant. They should be connected, ascendant. There should be a synergy, so to say, as we say today. I hope it is clear. You are enjoying my class, yes? Then you should watch this. No, you are already watching. Tell your friends also to watch this. And if they get benefit out of this, subscribe so that you won't miss any updates. Okay? Bye. Take your time. Have a nice time. Enjoy your life and take things easy.